Good afternoon, Dairy Cooperative School District families. This is MaryAnn Connors-Krikorian, Superintendent of Schools. This week's video message, being filmed at Grinnell Elementary School, highlights 4 students' experiences this year in Unified Arts classes. Those of Lucas, grade 3, who speaks with Miss Webster about music, Andre, grade 4, and Natalie, grade 5, who talk with Miss McMaster about art, and Madison, grade 5, who has a conversation with Miss Weiner about physical education. Each week, these school-based videos have reflected different themes and their school's personalities. This week's video message undoubtedly captures Grinnell's energy, sincerity, and the relationships that have been developed between our student and staff learners. Special thanks to Grinnell Elementary School's principal, Miss Mary Hill, assistant principal, Miss Melissa Lance, music teacher, Miss Holly Webster, art teacher, Miss Jessica McMaster, and physical education teacher, Miss Allison Weiner, for their outstanding work and commitment in recording each student video. Grinnell brings a wonderful perspective from students in their Unified Arts classes. I am very grateful to our staff and to Lucas, Andre, Natalie, and Madison, and their families for their time and support of our video process. The connections that are seen in today's message are evident throughout the on-site and remote learning classrooms in which students have been engaged throughout this school year.
I have 2 incredible people here with Mrs. Lance and I to talk about music. I have Miss Webster and our incredible Lucas. So Miss Webster, talk to us about this year in music.
Oh my goodness, it's been such a whirlwind, but I think that everybody is making the best of the situation, and I'm so glad that Lucas is here to join us today. Lucas, how are you?
Good.
Good, excellent. So Lucas, music looks a lot different this year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what has been your favorite part about having music in your classroom?
Probably the games we do and like the different music we get to do.
Yes, right. We got to learn a song in
Chinese.
Japanese, yes, and that was really fun, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved that, and I loved hearing your voice. It was beautiful. Great. And then my other question was, how has music impacted your daily life?
Definitely changed a little bit because I did not know I can sing.
That's awesome. And so you kind of discovered your voice through music, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. Great.
So was there one game you liked best of all in music, Lucas?
Yeah. There's a game out in the hallway. There's like line notes and space notes. Miss Webster says like line note A, and then 2 people have a fly swatter, and then they go up and they smack the letter. Whoever gets it first, their team gets a point.
Yes. So we were learning the notes and the line and space notes on the music staff, and so we got to practice identifying notes on the staff through a fun game that we did in the hall. And I think I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Lucas. That makes me feel really good.
Definitely helped me with my line notes and space notes.
Awesome. That's
Lucas,
so great.
do you get to move around a lot in music class?
I mean, when we're out in the hallway, yes, but when we're in the classroom, same amount, but not as distance, because we have to stay in our wiggle square.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
So Lucas, we really appreciate you coming and answering these questions. Hey, I have 2 great Grinnellians here with me today, Mrs. Weiner and Madison. We also have Mrs. Lance here, but we brought these 2 special guests to talk a little bit about PE.
All right. Hi, Madison.
Hi.
Can you tell everybody, how is PE different with COVID this year than in past years?
Well, it's different because Miss Weiner brings us out to the field more than last year. Because like last year they had to bring us out to the field often, but Miss Weiner like tries to bring us out every time she can, and tries to make sure we're all like 6 feet away. She even has dots out there we stand on, And when we're standing on them, we're 6 feet away, so we can have like a little mask break while she's like teaching us our lesson. And then she makes sure we have like a fun game to play every day. And we're also like learning sports and doing that, which is like different from last year and different from last year and previous years is we have one gym teacher.
Yeah, which has nothing to do with COVID, but it is wonderful to have somebody here every day. You are absolutely right. Have you had an opportunity to have PE inside because of weather, or have you been able to get out each time?
Been outside, and she does make those fun too. She also like is aware of like, because I'm on the second floor, she has like aware of like the classes under us, and like she tries to make us stay quiet and not like when we're jumping for stuff, we don't like to jump not hard, so it doesn't like disturb the class under us. And she shows us like fun videos and has us like do small little fun games, which is just as much fun as it is outside.
So do you prefer being outside or inside, Mrs. Weiner?
Oh, I love to be outside. Even if it wasn't COVID restrictions, I would be outside no matter what. But I love to have the kids outside. Even this morning we were outside and it was probably only about 40 degrees.
Yeah, we were all cold, but like once we started moving around more, it started getting warmer.
Fantastic. Well, is there anything in particular you're thinking about further in the year, Mad, that you'd like to have Mrs. Weiner consider doing?
Not really. I just like it's fun to do games, and she like brings in new games we've done and old games.
Perfect.
So
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your answers. Mrs. Lance and I have two incredible people with us today. We have Mrs. McMaster and Andre. Share with us some ideas about art.
So Andre, art is now in the classroom. And you know, when I come wheeling in the room with my cart with the lights on, we're ready to work. We've done some projects this year. Is there one that you really liked so far?
The Zentangle.
The Zentangle, yes. Do you remember what materials we used or what you liked most about it?
The thing I like the most about it is how the design is whatever we want it to be.
That's right, because it's important to use your ideas in your work. What other places do you get your inspiration from?
Nature.
So you must like spending time outside and bring those ideas from what you see into the classroom.
Yes.
That's so important. You need to do that all the time. And I see that in your work too.
So Andre, when you bring home the projects, who do you share them with?
My mom.
Andre, when you see Mrs. McMaster wheel into the room, do you get excited about what's coming?
I get excited of the free draw, the activity, whatever it is.
Where do you do the free draw? Does she give you paper for that?
The sketchbook.
Oh, a sketchbook. Nice.
Wow. You'll be able to look at your drawings throughout the whole year. That's fantastic. Well, Andre, thank you for helping us out talking about art and your favorite project. I'm lucky to have the incredible Mrs. McMasters and Natalie with us. Natalie is a Grinnell student who is working in the remote learning environment. We miss her terribly. However, we are so excited to share some information that she has about doing art in her remote world.
So Natalie, in the spring when we were remote, each week you came up with these amazing projects. Every week you put so much work into it. And without being in the classroom, where did your inspiration come from?
I've always liked art, and I was able to like think of ideas for things because like I've always liked to do art, and sometimes my mom would help me with some things so she could help me get me ideas too. And
that's great that your family was helping you too. Sometimes it's nice having that extra person to bounce ideas off of.
Absolutely.
And now that you are remote now still, which is awesome, I'm just wondering if there was a project that you've done recently, perhaps from the district elementary Google UA page that you've really enjoyed.
I've only done one so far, and it was like the lines and leaves and textures, the one that you did, I think. Isn't that the one that you did? Yeah, and I had a lot of fun doing that.
I noticed. And what, you chose a certain leaf. Could you tell us a little something about that?
I chose the Canadian leaf, the one on the Canadian flag.
So Canada, does that mean something to you? Like, is there a story behind that?
Yeah, I was born in Canada and my dad is from Canada.
Ah, cool. So using your outside inspiration into your art is important to you?
Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad.
I love that you're able to participate that way, even though you're not in the building. You're still getting that participation. You're tying your outside world into your art. I think that's amazing. Well done.
Absolutely. Hey, give mom and dad a big hello from us, okay?
I will.
We have just started our 11th week of school, and I continue to be incredibly thankful for everyone's hard work in taking the necessary, cautious, and consistent measures to remain safe at school, at home, and in the greater community. The focus on safety protocols that families take to complete the daily symptom screener is greatly appreciated. One of our most important commitments is that of continuing to work together and following protocols and to encourage one another in order to remain safe and healthy. As I continually have stated, it is our intention to remain in the on-site face-to-face learning model as long as conditions are safe for students and staff. We continue to monitor the level of community transmission extremely carefully, one which is significantly increasing in Rockingham County. As of today, the level of school impact remains low, and this is a factor reviewed daily. As a district, we collaborate often with local health experts to review multiple data points, all of which factor into a decision whether our district will be able to remain in the on-site learning model or will need to transition to Plan C, complete remote learning, on a temporary basis. I ask that families be prepared for this scenario in the event that the transition needs to occur at any time. In doing so, I will provide as much notice as possible for families, yet please understand that with the increase in local community and Rockingham County numbers, this transition is likely to occur if the current trends maintain. I will address this possible transition to Plan C in more detail tomorrow evening on Tuesday, November 10th at the school board meeting. I hope that each of you had the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful November weather that we had this weekend and that we are still experiencing today. This unseasonably warm weather has presented additional opportunities for students to remain outdoors for longer time periods, thus making their days more fun. As a reminder, there will be no school on Wednesday, November 11th in honor of Veterans Day. On behalf of the Derry Cooperative School District, I would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to all of the veterans who have served our country. You are honored, admired, and we are so very grateful for your service and commitment to the United States of America. Thank you again to our wonderful Grinnell students for sharing their thoughts and experiences with us this week. Your words and actions make Grinnell, our school community, and the larger Derry community a place where kindness, courage, and empathy matter. Most importantly this week, let us all take time to honor a veteran with a word of thanks, a note of recognition, an act of kindness, or a smile that show our immeasurable and sincere gratitude for their sacrifices and service to our great country. Thank you, veterans, and we wish you a very special day on Wednesday and every other day as well. See you soon.